Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Debunked Paranormal. I just want to apologize that I haven't uploaded anything since my last live stream. We had a death in the family, so it was a tough week, and there was a funeral today. But I'm here now. Everything has been done, and we are going to be looking at the Exorcism video. The last exorcism of Father Gabriel Amorth. Now, before I get into this, I just want to give a brief explanation. But before you do that, please go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. And if you like what I do and you want to throw some extra support my way, you can become a member of the channel, or you can buy me a coffee, or you can support me directly through PayPal. Link in the description to everything. Now, I just want to say that I'm not debunking the fact that they are exorcising this woman or performing an exorcism. I'm debunking what happened during the exorcism, and that is multiple voices heard at once while she's screaming. And I'm not debunking it. What I'm doing is I'm just going to give you a brief explanation of how easy it is to do that. And then some of the proof that I found that I believe is why you hear the extra vocals within her scream. So I'm not debunking the exorcism. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not saying that this is real. Well, it's really happening, but I can't say that this is not real or this is real. I've never in my life experienced an exorcism. I don't know what it sounds like when people go through that. There's multiple accounts through history of people being exorcised. So I'm not saying this is not real. I'm just debunking, or not debunking. I'm just stating how easy it is to recreate the voices that you'll be hearing in this video. So please keep that in mind when you watch this. So here we go. I'm just going to play you a couple of clips of what it sounds like and what is happening. I've got some extra clips in here as well of the same scene, but things that I want you to listen to and that will help prove my point. So here we go. If you are sensitive to this type of thing, I'd advise you to switch off. Here we go.
Gli uomini non devono c'è qui Dio, orari sì, no, Immacolata Vergine, principio fisico, chiunque spirito tu, andare per misteri, incarnazioni, azioni, morti, resurrezioni, per intercessione della Vergine Maria. Per intercessione della Vergine Maria, per intercessione della Vergine Maria, che ti annulla Satana, lo sai che lei ti annulla, che contro di lei non può fare niente, contro di lei non puoi fare niente, poi c'era, poi...
It seemed to me...
Okay. I'll link the full video in the description, so you can go and watch that full video if you choose you want to do so. But I hope you guys were able to hear when she screams. There's like multiple voices. There's one or two extra voices in there that screams with her. So it creates this weird robotic echo sound. So this guy, Aaron Levy, the pre-recording mixer. So the pre-recording mixer, post-production, is it takes the soundtrack of the day and he cleans up the audio. He removes the background noise. He removes any weird things. He cleans up the audio. He cleans it up. He makes it stable. You can listen to that. Clearly, he cleans it up in a way that if you want to hear her voice or his voice, he can do that, right? He cleans up the vocals. Now, Aaron Levy, if we look on IMDb, right here, Aaron Levy is known for the Scorpion King. Well, these three as well, the Butterfly Effect, Charlie Countryman, and Rat Race. But Scorpion King especially is interesting because this is also a movie using changing vocals, making vocals a little bit deeper, that type of thing. Exactly like the Exorcism that we just witnessed. And Aaron Levy is the sound guy on that, or the post-production sound guy on that, cleaning up the vocals. And here he is over here. Now, granted, there might be multiple Aaron Levys out there, but are there multiple Aaron Levys doing the exact same job for post-production audio cleanup? That's a little bit more scarce, I would say. So I do believe that this is the same Aaron Levy. The Aaron Levy here is the same as the Aaron Levy over here. Now, if we look at how was this shot? So there was a couple of scenes that I left in here because I wanted you guys to hear her breathing. You can clearly hear her breathing. You can hear her lips, that noise from her lips. You can hear that, but there's multiple people in the room. Everybody's making noises. Everybody's praying. I just want to get to that specific part. There it is. There it is. You can hear that taking her lips apart type of sound, you know? Listen to that. While he's praying, that is clear as day. Clear as day, but not these two men, not their breathing. It's not as clear as her breathing and her lips. So why am I saying what I'm saying? Because that's important. Because she's not mic'd up. Not that I can pick up that she's got some sort of a lapel mic on her. Nothing. I can't pick up anything. But they're obviously using boom mics. And the boom mics can be directed to pick up sound in the area that you want. Directional, right? So that is important for when you want to isolate dialogue. So we want to cut out all of the surrounding sound. For instance, let me give you an example. So here in Isotope, we have the voices. But we have a bunch of voices, so then I can use dialogue isolated in Isotope here, and I can then preview that just to see if I need to tweak it. So obviously need some tweaking. So let's gain that. Let's bring the sensitivity. Let's bring it to about there. Preview again. Okay, and then we can see this is the voice that we want to follow. Then we can take the magic tool and we can isolate that more, get all of this background noise even more isolated, or remove that completely, and only use this bottom part, which would probably be easier. So what I'm trying to say is we can isolate the voice. So once we isolate the voice, this is what we want. Once we isolate the voice, we can then go, and I've just got a prepared one here. This is like a scream. Because that's sort of close to what she does when she screams, like that agony. What do we do then? We can multiply that. So now let's say this is the voice that we isolated. So I'm going to mute that, and I'm going to mute this one. I'm just going to work with this one real quick. Then we can, instead of, we're not going to use the delay on this one. Delay isn't going to, I'm going to do my own delay, which would work way better than adding that delay, but you could. So in here, we will then lift the pitch a tiny bit, not much. Let's do 2. 2 might be too much. Let's hear what that. And this is the other one. And this is now this one. So we can even bring that up a little bit more. I don't want to annoy you guys too much with the screaming. Okay, that's fine. And then we can, this one, we can bring in the pitch as well. And then we'll make it a little bit deeper. So we'll bring it to about there. Okay, so that's a lot deeper. Okay, and then what we do is we're going to create our own delay. So I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to go 1, 2, 2 is fine. No, yeah. Wait, let's come in a bit more. And then go, place that one there. And go 1, 2, bring this one back. So now we have them playing all at different intervals. Listen to what this sounds like. Multiple voices robotically sounding. But I've got a bit of too much delay, so let's do this. Let's bring this one back to here and this one back to there. There we go. Now, listen to this. You see? It sounds exactly the same. So that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying that the exorcism that we are hearing here is not real. Not at all. I'm just saying that the multiple voices is something that we can recreate easily by isolating the dialogue and then using that isolated dialogue to throw in some pitch and bends and put a bit of a delay on that, and we have, voila, a multiple voice in one. So that's why I'm saying it's easy to recreate. I think what actually happened here is that the people that did the documentary, probably against their will, against the people in the documentary, probably against their will, they said, okay, this lady's being exorcised, but the screaming isn't what we want. Let's make it a little bit more dramatic. Let's add some pitch and delay, multiple voices in that. What do you guys think? Sitting at a round table, everybody discussing this, and everybody said yes. One guy was against it, but everybody else said yes. They did it, and they released the documentary, just to give it a little bit more believability, if I can state it that way. But that believability, to me, threw it in the water. So I think what happened is the people performing the exorcist, the lady being exorcised, they were all genuinely doing what they are doing. She's doing it. But the people shooting the documentary, because it's for TV ultimately, they needed to make it a little bit more exciting. Because the board wasn't happy with it being so mundane. Not multiple voices. If they could, they would probably add some scarring and stuff, but they were probably against it. I think that's what happened ultimately in this one, because it can be so easily recreated. But then again, technology has grown so much that you can recreate anything, actually. But this one especially. If you take about Aaron Levy, the type of stuff is already done. The fact that this is mainstream documentary, this probably played on TV somewhere, and they don't want to put stuff that's mundane on TV. Let's make it a little bit more exciting. All of those factors to me say that the voice has been faked. 100%, in my opinion. But that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please remember, if you want to support me, links in the description, buy me a coffee, whatever you want to do, and leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.